All right, back on the Nice Fine Wholesale YouTube channel from ASD Market Week with the one and only Mr. Mike from Via Trading. Guys, first of all, I have to start this interview by saying Nice Fine Wholesale did copycat the pallet wall from Mike and Via Trading, but I'm still sticking to the story that it was on accident and it was subconscious, all right? Welcome. Tell us who you are, what do you do, and why are you here at ASD Market Week?
That is a loaded question. I am Mike Stamboli, Business Development Manager for Via Trading. I am here. It's a very good question as to why I'm here. We've been doing this for 22 years. We're here to showcase the company, help up-and-comers start, build their businesses in liquidation, merge with the likes of yourself and other wholesale liquidators, and just build liquidation as a whole.
And move product.
Ultimately.
What are your programs that you guys sell via trading? What would you say your top sellers are? Pallets, truckloads, what do you guys do?
Yeah, so we specialize in liquidation as a whole, which is not very specialized at all. Right?
Returns?
It's truckloads, it's returns, it's shelf pulls, it's customer returns, new overstock, master case, you name it. Any sort of condition of merchandise that comes from a store, we deal with it.
And people can come visit you.
People can come visit it. We're open to the public Monday to Friday, 240,000 square foot warehouse in Los Angeles, California. People come in, buy cases, buy pallets, buy truckloads, load it themselves. We can ship it.
One-stop shop is pretty much what it is.
One-stop shop.
That's the word I was looking for. It's awesome. No, Via Trading's been what I call an OG in liquidation, and you guys can tell because your booth is 10 times bigger than mine. But
it used to be 10 times bigger
I'm just
than
taking
this.
L's on this interview. This is supposed to be productive. This is supposed to be great marketing, and I'm over here taking L's.
Yeah.
But it's all right. That's how we do it in this business. Any tips and tricks for anyone trying to get into this business?
Do your research. Do your research. This is not
What do you mean by that?
quick scheme. It's not get rich quick scheme, right? This isn't Bitcoin and crypto where everybody's just listening to their buddies and trying to make some money. Ask questions. Do your research. Talk to people in the industry. Talk to people such as any of us from our companies who have your best interest at heart, who want to see you win, because ultimately we're supplying people and businesses to make money. If you buy from us, you don't make money, chances are you don't come back, which means we can't pay for this booth and we can't supply others.
Yes.
So that's what it is. Do your research. Don't just buy merchandise on a whim.
What do you recommend for anybody trying to do their first research? Where do they go? How do they even start? What do you Google?
Go to viatrading.com / no. I mean, it's not one size fits all. It really depends what you're trying to do. If you're looking to sell on Amazon, if you're going to sell the swap meet, you want to open a bin store, please don't open a bin store. Mm-hmm. You want to open a discount store, start wholesaling, an auction platform. What auction platform? There's so many different directions you can go in and so many different questions you ask. So we need to figure out that first.
Correct. I think
that was a non-answer, by the way.
It's perfect because it brings us to a good point. Like, I love liquidation simply because it's such a fun multi-avenue business. Like, you just got to learn how to move. You got to learn how to be able to talk to people and trade and provide value from different angles and just figure out how to make money and move this product, right? So you mentioned you guys work with flea market buyers, and then you also work with huge retailers and discount stores, correct?
And more.
How's the product different at that scale and that level?
I mean, it's a multifaceted question. The product is different. The product will really be different based on what individuals are looking to sell. Because you have people that are selling at the flea market that are toy stores. You also have people that are selling on Amazon or have discount stores or wholesalers that specialize in a specific category.
Yep.
You have others that do everything. Some may just do customer returns, and that's the good, bad, and ugly. You got to test, you got to repair, you got to clean. Customer returns are iffy. With great risk comes great reward, but you got to be willing to do the grunt work.
Yes.
Right? You'll see reviews on our own platforms as well, on Yelp, on Google, on Facebook, and it's like, oh, they sold me broken stuff. Yes, that is what we do. We sell customer returns, and it can be completely
We're going to have to cut that
broken.
part.
No, don't cut that. That is what we do. Customer returns. I mean, right there, you buy that. WM kitchen appliances.
Yeah.
They will be damaged. There will still be food in the blenders from last Christmas.
Yes.
And you can buy merchandise that's absolutely brand new, master case, and the original brown boxes.
Yeah.
So it really depends what individuals do.
Then you sell it for more, right? And I
Yes.
think I run into this roadblock all the time with customers where, why is this case pack, brand new case pack product at 35 or 40% of MSRP? I usually sell it at 50, which brings me to another great point. Do you recommend discount stores pricing stuff out at 50% off of MSRP?
I mean, it really depends on what they bought it for.
Yeah.
You know, if you're buying something at 36% of retail because it was a great deal and you can use it as a loss leader, for example, sure, go out at 50%.
Yeah.
The better the deal you can give your customers, the more your customers are going to come, but you still need enough meat on the bone for yourself to eat.
Correct.
You've got to find a win-win.
Yep, correct. Yeah, so customer returns, grunt work, they're priced lower because you need to put in the labor, because that's what you're there to do as a liquidator. Because even the small customers as the flea market booths and all that, they're liquidators.
Yeah.
They're just a smaller version of what you guys do, right? You guys do it on a scale of 240,000 square feet. We do it on a scale of 20,000 square feet. And there's people that do it from their garage or in the back of their van. And it works out great for everybody as long as you find that one niche. Kind of you have to find the value that you bring to the process of these things being pushed back through the reverse logistics process from retailers, from manufacturers, and from anybody else that's touching product.
100%.
Nice. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to ask me a question because I'm running low.
All right, so this is your first time exhibiting at ASD.
Correct.
Give me three positives and 3 negatives of being here this weekend.
We do keep it real, so I'll piggyback off to something you also said that, you have to keep it real, and like you just said, don't open a bin store because you don't believe him. Like, that's, I think, why some companies are more successful than others, because they keep it real with their customers. You're not trying to get schnoozed here to buying a truckload because it doesn't make sense. If you lose the money on it, you're not going to come back. We're going to fail in the long run.
Yeah.
But, all right, 3 positives. The people from all over the world, super cool. I love to travel personally, and I just met literally 30 countries, like Guatemala, Honduras, India, China, Korea. Jamaica, all of the islands, pretty much. Literally half of the Caribbean was here. Yeah. Just amazing. So I love that. Another positive is we were right in front of B-Stock, and that's great. Got lucky with our booth placement.
What's great about that?
Well, B-Stock just drives a lot of traffic. It's simple. You're at a trade show, and everything that we've done this week, everything you guys have done here, is to bring people into your booth. And I think as first-time exhibitors, that was I would say a negative to try to figure out how to do best, like efficiently, without stressing out the team, but also focusing on the customers, but also like making sure you're having enough customers. So that I would say is kind of a negative of first-time exhibitor, just trying to figure out that workflow. Another positive, just freaking great show for me. I mean, I met a ton of new customers, made a ton of new connections, and I think we've been pretty happy. Mackenzie and Camille and my wife's been killing it, so it's great. And then bonus positive, this has been the most content we've ever done at a trade show since we've started doing this, and it started out with one vlog, and now it's turning into interviewing booths and doing crazy stuff around the.
Do you think that's because of the longevity that you've been in this game for and the amount of trade shows you've been coming to, or because you have a booth now?
Both, because I wouldn't have a booth without being at the trade shows for such a long time at this point. You know, it's been like I'm literally in Vegas 3 to 4 times a year now. Like it's I don't even like Vegas, guys.
Yeah,
this
right.
This place is expensive.
You claim it's the trade shows.
No, but I mean, with the booth, it definitely opened up opportunities that we haven't had previously. Because I mean, now we just paid for a booth at one of the world's biggest trade shows. Like, we mean business. Like, we can move product. We have good product. Come see us. Come visit us. I think it's just a huge positive of the whole experience.
Yeah.
But how about you guys? How's your booth? I see your new setup. You had it last time, I think, in March.
We had it last time. The only thing we didn't have was the TVs,
which are sick. Definitely gonna steal that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have some TVs.
I mean, what we're trying to do is just freshen up the booth every year or so, just to give it a little bit of.
Can we talk costs of a booth? Like, not even like you don't have to get into specifics, but just like the logistics of setting up a booth as an exhibitor, bringing out your team. Like, give me some like feedback on this. Like, what has been your experience, and if anybody's a first-time exhibitor, what would they should be aware of?
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, first things first is if you're ready to set up a booth and you know it's going to be at ASD, for example, everybody's assigned a rep of some sort. Everybody's assigned a rep, so you need to build that rapport with the rep. Figure out where you want to be and why. Do they know the ins and outs of where you should particularly be for your business? They'll know more than you do, more than I do, but they don't. It's not a magic ball. Yeah, a magic ball. A magic 8 ball. They don't really have the cutthroat answer, but they'll be able to guide you into the right direction based on foot traffic. They'll know which aisles, which section, which corner is the best for you. Now, in terms of pricing, everybody apparently has the same price per booth.
Is there discounts for like old veterans? Because there's got to be some sort of incentive.
There's
right?
got to be.
I think now if you re-sign up, I'm not sure. Please don't quote me on this. I'm not a ASD rep, but pretty sure if you sign up for like a future 2 or 3 shows, you get a discount off the top.
I think so. And if you sign up before the end of this show or before the end of this week for next show, you get a discount.
Yeah, so you get some sort of incentives.
Well, really, you're going to tell me we've been coming 22 years, and if I sign up next month, you're not going to give me a discount? I don't know.
You know what, though?
We'll
Because
find
you're
out.
approaching this as a liquidator, as a man of negotiations and making deals happen. But it's true. All right, so another talk about the logistics, just shipping out this booth because this thing's giant.
Yeah,
this is a big booth, right? What is it? 10, 20 by 20, 20 by 40?
20 by 20 now?
I think it's 20 by 20.
I'm getting head nods. 20 by 20.
Yeah.
Look, we used to have 3 of these booths, maybe 4. Don't quote me on it. It was significantly bigger. You can go to our website and see the history of our trade shows. But we used to bring pallets and sofas and tables and
I remember
and coffee
this,
machines
definitely, 100%.
and slat walls. It was absolutely wild. We would ship truckloads. We would bring a pallet jack and shimmy it around and hide it because you're not allowed to have the pallet jack and all that. We've gone the less is more route. Now, the beauty of it is we're in California. We're, 4 or 5 hour drive away, so it's very easy for us to ship merchandise back and forth. If you're on the other side of the country, it's going to cost you a little bit more. It's going to take more logistics.
Yep.
So that's really what it comes down to. So the cost of freight is not an issue. The cost of the banners, once you get the frame and the lighting that comes attached with it, you're okay.
Because you can
it's
swap
rinse
out
and
the
repeat.
banners. Nice.
You
Okay,
swap
so
them
that's
out.
a good point for sure. When
Yeah.
you're setting, because we just bought our first booth. I guess one point I got is that we did where we can literally pack it all into a travel suitcase. So for first-time exhibitors, we're like, hey, no, we don't have to mess around with the logistics. Bring a pallet jack all the way from Chicago, like as smooth as humanly possible.
Yeah.
But you see, like once you start getting into this long term, you start thinking about the framing and how to reuse stuff, swap out some tablecloths here and there.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, ultimately, we bring these pallet backs. It's 2 pallets that we ship over. So ultimately, we bring them back. The things we may need to utilize, we take out of those pallets. The rest we can leave palletized. We don't want to have to touch anything again.
No, for sure.
So yeah, but I mean, you can go. There's very empty booths. You could just get I call them tablecloths. But you can get like the drape that you put there with your logo.
Let's continue this trade show talk and then put ourselves in the shoes of a buyer. You're walking a trade show, 3, 4, 5 tips you got for them, like how to approach a booth so they take you seriously. How do you approach some sellers or suppliers for your business?
All right, so for customers to be taken seriously, this may hurt people's feelings. And I'm going to be 100%
That's why I asked.
100%
Yeah, I knew
honest
you'd be
and
the man to ask.
transparent. Guys, girls, humans, people of the universe, when you come into somebody's booth and they've been speaking to dozens and dozens and dozens of people and they're running on fumes and you walk in and you say, and I quote, "How does this work?" I don't know what that question means. How does what work?
I've also gotten, so what do you do?
So what do you do? But that's feedback.
Yes,
What do you do is feedback, because if I wasn't able to relay that information to you
Yes.
by a glance,
Big mistake on our end,
maybe-
for sure.
Yeah.
I've already noticed that. That's like we don't have like what we actually sell in our booth. Look, nobody knows.
They can do that.
They just get attracted to the blue color, and then we have to explain them to everything. And
Exactly.
that's a big mistake. Like we
Exactly.
should have had truckloads,
Yeah.
ballots, right? Pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry,
So-
continue.
No, you're good. So like, I still understand that question. How does it work?
Yeah.
But how does what work? How does the registration process work? How does buying work?
Yeah.
How does selling work? How does what work? Let's just be a little bit more specific. Come in
More
with
intentional, with intention on how, what do you actually want to find out about my
Yeah.
company? How are we actually going to proceed and make some money?
Be like, hey, this is what I do. What can you do for me? Okay, awesome. Boom. Let's sit down.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I can do for you. If I can't do anything for you, and I don't feel I can, I'll send you or point you into the right direction.
Yes, I think that's a great tip. When you approach, just tell me what you do. And then, like, literally, because I'm here talking to thousands of people, I will like, it's kind of easier now to point you in the right
Exactly.
direction. Are we a good fit or not?
Yeah.
You know, if
Think about walking into, sorry to cut you off. You walk into a car dealership and you're like, hey, I want a car.
yeah. No
Okay, what
shit.
kind of car do you want?
You just walked into a dealership.
A car? Okay, would you like a sports car? Would you like
Yeah.
to sit down? Would you like
You
a
like a
minivan?
pickup truck?
Electric?
Yeah, like-
What do you want?
Exactly.
How do you sell cars?
100%. 100%. 100%.
That's the concept.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you tell me you run a construction business, it's like I got nothing for. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I get some liquidation flooring sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
interested? Oh no. Yeah. So all right. Any other tips for the buyers? So apart from when you enter a booth, to be intentional, what else you got?
Maybe plan your day. These trade shows are huge. It can get very
Yes,
tiring.
yes.
There are vendor directories. You either go to the asdonline.com or you pick up a little.
Oh, they got an app now. Check it out.
Yeah,
Pretty-
they have the app as
actually
well.
Pretty good.
Or you get their little booklet, and they'll tell you the booth numbers and where everybody is and what they do. And that can help you plan it. Because if you're like, hey, I'm going to go to Via Trading, and then I'm going to go to so-and-so, and then I'm going to go to Nice Find, and I'm going to go to this and this, and they're all over the place,
Great
you're
point.
bouncing back and forth. Sure, you're getting your steps in, but
Putting
you're
on
wasting
them
time.
steps on those sneakers. Yeah. I mean, we've always made it. It's not a joke. It's a serious tip. Like, wear good shoes. Like,
Wear good
seriously,
shoes.
this Vegas
Yes.
thing is crazy amount of walking. I get all my steps in for the year in these 3 days. Like, seriously.
Emma, zoom into Chase's shoes if you can on that camera, because do not wear Chase's shoes.
All those NMDs.
No, all the way to the back. You're wearing boots, like
Oh,
cowboy boots. dude.
hell no. There's no way.
There's no way, dude.
No
Even
way.
Converse, I'm dying.
Yeah, no way. And then I honestly, it's surprising how many people came up to our booth without a business card. That's simple, guys. That's $100 expense that you should be like. That's what we paid for a bit. Like I think 500 was around like $90.
Yeah.
Like you have to have a business card. Like because of the sheer volume of people and that you're meeting, booth or no booth, you're nonstop meeting people. Like it's gonna be a lot easier for me to connect with you on Facebook or phone number or email or LinkedIn, whatever, if I have your card in my pocket.
100%.
At the end of the day, to sit down, who do I talk to? What did they do? Is it work? Like, am I pursuing this relationship or not? You got to evaluate because your time's money. I think, I can jump into this. Do you think there's also a negative to come into trade shows? Because I've seen a lot of people just jump around into so many things. Then if I spend my week just talking to 1,000 people now following up, like, do I get picky? Do I get choosy? Who do I follow up with? Every single person? You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. I don't know if there's a negative with it. I think going back to setting an intention. Hey, I'm going to this trade show. I'm investing my time and my money that could be going elsewhere into coming to this trade show and meeting with suppliers and vendors. What do I want to get out of it?
Yep.
Do I know who I'm going to, the 2, 3, 4, 5 vendors, or am I just going willy-nilly trying to figure out what's going to happen? Those are two different end goals and intentions. So it's not good, it's not bad, it's neutral. Just figure out what is it you want.
Right. You just have to figure out the game because these trade shows, like, there is veterans here.
Oh,
there
100%.
is sales reps and there's attendees that have been doing this for 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, this is my year 5, and it's like every single trade show, it gets better at one point or another. Somehow you just figure out how to do things. I mean, by staying at the hotel that's linked up here has made my experience 10 times better. And I don't know why
You're right there, you're at the Renaissance?
I've always stayed at like random hotels at the Strip.
no.
Now it's like we stayed at a Resorts World because you get a discount with if you get a booth, you get a nice discount on the Hilton. Super smooth.
Yeah.
But they get the loop now, the Vegas
That's
loop.
the loop.
Oh my God! For $5, we've just been all riding
amazing.
back all day. Like it just makes it so much more convenient.
Yeah.
And it's just something you kind of learn with time and experience, and coming here and talking to thousands of people every time and learning from it. But
And be strategic. If you're coming and you want to come for one day, for example, make it the first or second day, because the longer it goes, the more tired people get.
Yep.
And again, that's neutral, right? It could be a
Yep.
pro and a con because there's less people on the last 2 days, and maybe you get more time.
All right, but before we wrap up, let's talk business, and then you can reveal whatever you want to reveal. But what were the hot deals that you guys were selling at this trade show, and why people missed out, and what did they miss out on?
I don't know if the camera can see that, but it's going to be our WM new overstock lots. We got them by the case pack. We have them by the pallet, by the truckload, all the way
Nice,
from
nice.
Kansas, Illinois, and Texas, all the way to the West Coast. We have about 35 different facilities. It's all brand new merchandise from the world's largest retail store. If people can't make money on this stuff, especially with the deals we're
can't
offering
lose.
here at the trade show, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe get a job.
You guys know who Johnny from Pallet Kings is in his Instagram?
Pallet
He
Kings?
says,
Do I know Pallet Kings?
he
Yes.
says, deal's so hot that you can't beat him with the stick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I love that. All right, so you guys had. Did you sell a bunch?
Can't say that name, though. You
Oh,
got to bleep that out.
Sorry.
The world's largest retail store.
The world's largest retail store. I also see that you guys have some a world's largest e-commerce store. Truckloads.
Amazon we can say. See, it says it. Boom, Amazon.
Nice.
No,
nice.
so we have contracts with the largest stores in the country.
Yeah.
All the, I can't say their names. HD, figure that one out. ARW you can't figure out, but think about shooting an arrow at something and what it would hit. And that's the name of the store.
ARW. Oh man, my brain is so
Think
fried.
about it. An arrow hits A. It's round. Really? That's where we're at? This is what happens on the third day of the show,
my
which is
God,
why I
I'm
say come
Hey,
early.
and I promise you guys, I have not been drinking. I haven't been to the club. I've had like 3 drinks the whole 5 days I've been here.
Yeah.
Like, we're in Vegas. I haven't even gambled yet. This whole exhibition thing, you know, it's great and all, but really getting into my fun time in Vegas.
It's also, what, almost 2 p.m.? 2
Is
p.m.?
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, time's
You had
flying.
lunch?
Nope.
There
But
you go.
let's wrap it up. Time for lunch, ladies and gentlemen. This was Mike. How do they contact you? How do you get in touch with Via Trading?
Go to viatrading.com, follow us on social media, just drop everything in the descriptions. We're on every
Maybe
platform
we will.
possible.
I don't know.
If not, then we'll find you. We'll comment on your comments on their YouTube video, and Emma will get you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just go to viatrading.com, register. Something very important. Every single person that registers, whether you purchase or not, you're assigned to a dedicated account manager. Utilize them. Ask them questions. Come with attention. Tell them what you want, what you're trying to create, and they will point you in the right direction. We are in the business of making money because it's a business, but we don't want to take your money. We want to make sure that you come back, which
Yeah.
means you need to make money.
Yeah. So this is
Speak-
B2B. This is B2B, ladies and gentlemen.
Speak to your account manager, build a rapport with them, build a relationship, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people looking to do what you're doing on a daily basis that are reaching out to both our companies that want our product. So build a rapport, build a business, and you'll get that first phone call.
There you go. There you go. ViaTrading.com on the West Coast. We're still in the Midwest. Don't forget about us. But yeah, all their info is going to be in the description, guys. This was our small little podcast that means meeting cool people at ASD and doing some content together, because we still haven't came up with the name for this series. But there is more episodes. Drop a subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment. Go to ViaTrading.com. Thank you, Mike. It was a pleasure.
And this isn't a small little podcast. It's the biggest liquidation podcast in
Ever.
the world.
Yes.